I thought the first promo was pretty good. That was really good to me. This one, though, Josh, this one was better. Like, this one was better. I think that if we're going to get more of these as the weeks go on, I think that they're going to get more contentious, and I think that that's going to make for great TV. I loved every minute of this. The biggest thing that I loved is the fact that Roman Reigns said what he said, right? And then he walked away, dropped his mic, and proceeded to walk past CM Punk. And CM Punk grabbed his arm and said, "Oh, no, 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 no. You said what you had to say. Now you're going to listen to me." And the realism in that promo, that's what wrestling is. None of this performative nonsense. You put some real animosity in there. You put some story in there. And this is where you have magic. This is why Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart was always so good, because they legitimately didn't like each other. And you can feel that, although they were trying to be as professional as possible at certain times. You felt it. Edge and Matt Hardy, you knew that they disliked each other, but man, did that storyline come off, right? You need that. And I don't necessarily believe that Roman Reigns really despises Punk. I think he doesn't like him because of there's history there, but it just adds to the story. And him talking about I'm gonna lay you next to your dead father. That to me, I was like, oh, you went there. It's good. It's good. Now, granted, obviously, everybody's like, oh, I can't believe he said that. Everything was like, approved. Roman Reigns approved all of this.
And
It's
Roman
fine.
just said the same type of stuff in his feud with Cody about burying
Yeah.
Dusty.
Yeah. So like there's no like people need to stop reading too much more into it.
And we already know Roman's going to respond to it by saying that, Punk is nothing like but a dog, and he's going to bury him next to Larry.
Right. That's next.
That's next.
That's what's gonna send Punk off the reservation. Yeah. So it was good, man. And this is how you build a WrestleMania match, because obviously, just like Punk said, I'm gonna have to be doing all of the heavy lifting to carry this fucking match into WrestleMania because you ain't gonna be here, right? So all of the stuff, we got every single bit of what you wanted, some realism, some one-liners, some gotcha moments, it was great. It was great. I loved every second of this. I would love to know what you thought about it.
I was curious. Roman called Punk Phil a bunch of times, but Punk
even last week.
But Punk never called Roman Joe.
Never. Yeah. Yeah.
So I find that to be an interesting dynamic.
Explain.
Where it's just like part of the characters and the stories on trying to push this or that, because Roman thinks, I'm gonna like kind of twist the needle by calling him by his real name, where Punk's like, I don't even need to resort to that.
Right.
Because
it's beneath me. Yeah.
Because I prove what I can do in the ring week after week after week, defending my title every week or whatever. So I think that's an interesting dynamic. Honestly, the bury next to your dad. Yeah. Shock value line. We've heard it before. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't as crazy. I mean, it was a good line. It was a good end to the promo. I wasn't as like hyped and going nuts about it as what I've seen. People were reacting with it.
Yeah.
And I guess part of that is, and I don't want this to come off insulting in any way, because we know how legendary Roman's father and uncle, were, and what they did for wrestling with the entire bloodline.
Yep.
How many casual wrestling fans can name which one of the Wild Samoans was Roman's father?
That's a fact, though.
And again, it's not trying to be insulting because they're both legends and they've done so much.
Yeah.
But so when you say something like that, because when you have an issue with, you know, Cody next to your father, well, everyone knows your father's Dusty Rhodes. Brett next to your father, well, we all know your father was Stu Hart, or you talk about other family members or things like that. You know, when you have the family members that were the pinnacles of their individual successes, casual fans react to that along with the diehards. So while all the diehards are just like, oh my God, he got him good with that. Oh, that was a brutal line, because it is a brutal line. The casual fans are just like, oh, that wasn't nice. How's Punk going to respond?
All right.
And that's that. So, I mean, with that said, honestly, my personal opinion, I liked their first promo more than this one.
Okay.
I love both of them because, again, we're in complete agreement with this. This is by far the main and only selling point that Mania has right now is this match.
This is the only storyline or only feud that feels like a Mania worthy feud.
Because the matches that we have so far up to this point, I know we got like 5 or so more weeks.
Yeah.
But the matches that we have right now, Liv and Stephanie will be a fun match.
Yep.
But ain't going to get hyped like this.
No.
Jade and Rhea will be a fun match. Not going to get hyped like this.
Right.
And this.
Yeah.
I think those are the only ones that we have
that are locked down.
Officially locked in.
Yeah.
Because you have Randy Orton getting his title shot, was listed against Drew McIntyre. But I feel fairly confident Drew ain't going to be champion.
Oh, you're going there. Interesting.
I mean, we can touch more on that because I know we're finishing up with the Roman promo.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so this is easily the most dynamic, the most intrigue, the most story, the most star-studded, as you mentioned, match that we're going to have this weekend.
Yeah.
And all of these promos are going to deliver. And what's going to be great is they should only get physical once.
Yeah. At Mania.
The rest of it, well, I'm just saying, like maybe the Raw right before might be the only time, and they get separated by everybody.
Yeah, listen, I don't need
it though. I don't need it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need it. But you're right. Like they should only get physical,
right?
The minimum once.
So the talking is going to continue because you're going to have the one thing that I'm intrigued on, which is something you did not touch on in the promos.
Yeah,
is Punk not only mentioning the father, but talking about how he talks with all of his cousins or whoever backstage. Will Punk's comments now enrage said cousins? Where not necessarily saying they're gonna attack him or anything like that, but would he be inadvertently bringing Bloodline back together?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because he couldn't shut up.
Right.
That's the intrigue that I have going to the next promo or backstage reactions of you see Punk walking backstage and the Usos approach him about something.
Right. Right.
That's where I'm at with this. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think it was great though. It has my antennas up, and I'm actually excited for it. And and the fact that they can be able to get me excited for at least one of these matches, I think is a good thing.